A woman is suing KFC because the buckets of chicken are not as advertised. She's suing for $20 million. We're joined by WGY legal analyst Paul Harding of Martin, Harding & Mazzotti. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning.
$20 million over a bucket of chicken. Is it a money grab?
Sure sounds like it.
Well, we see these cases historically when we have these things that they prove to be they say this is scientifically proven or these results are guaranteed, and it turns out to be false. I mean, that's where you have quantifiable mistakes or quantifiable sort of overreaching on the part of the advertiser. Famous one, Hyundai and Kia said their horsepower was X, turned out to be Y. False advertising. Here, usually when they take pictures of products, they give them the opportunity to sort of make it look in the best light. So I don't know where this case is going. I did look at the material. The picture and the advertising shows lots of chicken falling out of this big container, and the reality is they kind of stick some chicken about halfway up that container.
So the company is saying that they actually prop the chicken up for the ads, so out of the bucket, so that people can see the chicken, because if it's just packaged as it normally is, you wouldn't see over the top of the bucket. Now, in terms of food photography, I mean, if you look at the way McDonald's shows their burgers, I mean, they look, beautiful on the commercials. But when you open up that paper wrapper, they're all wrinkled and smushed. So is there a lawsuit then against McDonald's too?
No, I don't think so. I think here what they needed was the disclaimer, probably giving the actual number of pieces or the weight of the chicken. Sure. I mean, I can see her point. I don't think this is a $20 million lawsuit. I think this is a kind of a big sort of one-day news splash. I don't see it going anywhere. But yeah, it does feel like she was tricked, and they just need to put some large, not the small ones, but large disclaimers saying this is the amount of chicken we're getting, and we are giving you the best possible view of it.
To me, it just seems like that's, it's advertising. By now we should know about it.
Yeah, give her some coupons and call it a day.
Well, they gave her two, and she didn't want that. So they're going to, here, no offense to attorneys in general, Paul, because you're a scrupulous one, but I can just see an attorney saying, well, we'll just take it to court, and they'll give us whatever, $20,000 to go away,
It could be something like that. There could be some component that, again, this would be the first of its kind if it were successful.
Yeah. Hey, real quickly, and this is a fascinating case that has implications. Actor James Wood, he had a troll on Twitter who's saying nasty things about him, including that he was a cocaine addict. He sued to find out the identity of this anonymous Twitter poster. And I guess now it turns out there are two things. Now, the poster's now dead, but I think if I read this correctly, the court said, yes, you have a right to try to find out this person's identity, right?
They did, because he had to prove certain things. Again, libel's got to be something in writing, right? Something that is written not just to the defamed person. And they have to say, look, this is false, caused me injury. And even though he's a public figure, because as a public figure, there's a different scrutiny. Like, we can say things about Donald Trump that we can't say about our neighbor.
Right.
So in this situation, he was moving forward. He was going to find out who it was. And then it turned out the person who did this has passed away.
Does the fact that that person is dead change anything legally?
He can continue trying to find out who it was, and he can move forward on it. And what we're seeing here is, do I think he would be successful? Getting lots of protection when you're going against a public figure. And, James Woods is a public figure of years gone by, I guess, but still somebody that it would be difficult for him to prove a defamation of lawsuit. But, no, it looks like it can continue to go forward. He continued to find out who it was. Again, he would have no damages that he would be able to recover. So still going forward, tricky lawsuits. Usually it's used to get people to stop writing. In this case,
the death stopped it. Yeah.
WGY legal analyst Paul Harding of Martin, Harding & Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010. Paul, thank you.
Thank you, guys.